guys, it's Sabini again with another episode of Beanie Bits. Today's question is, who or what is our biggest problem? You know, growing up and then even later, it's like everywhere I went, everywhere, and when I started fresh, we moved to a new city or whatever, all the problems were still there. All the problems were still there, and I couldn't understand. Let me close that here real quick. I couldn't understand. It's like, what is it? You know, um, I met new people. Somehow they were the same. Circumstances were different, yet somehow they were the same. And I didn't understand. It's like, why? What is going on? Right? And then somebody pointed out to me and they said, do you know the biggest problem you have? And I said, what's that? And they laughed, kind of. And they said, the biggest problem you have is you. Really? What the heck? Right? And I was really offended at that. It's like, what do you mean I'm my biggest problem? People are mean to me. I don't have control over my circumstances and blah, blah, all of this is happening to me, blah, 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 blah. Right? And they looked at me again. I said, your biggest problem is you. And, after I came down from my little tirade, I looked at them and I said, okay, what do you mean the biggest problem is me? And they kind of smiled and they said, have you noticed that wherever you go, the same problems are there? What is the common denominator in anywhere you go? And I didn't know what I know. I didn't know then what I know now, right? And I was like, I don't know. People, whatever. And they laughed and they said, everywhere you go, you are the common denominator. You are the one that's bringing all that stuff with you. And you attract more of the same. I was like, oh, what do you mean? I mean, I don't attract that. And they're like, yes, you do. Because you see, the vibration I was sending out was on that frequency, on that level. It's like right here, actually it was lower than that, but if I go lower, you can see it on the camera. So, it was on a low frequency. So of course, because that's the signal I send out on my radio station, I got more of the same. It's like, oh, here you go, because like attracts like. It kept coming, and of course, because more kept coming, I felt more miserable, and I went further down, and I mean, it was ugly. It got ugly, right? But it's like when they share that with me, it's like you are the common denominator. You are the biggest problem because the way you're thinking, because of the signals you were sending out. That was huge for me. That was so big. And I was like, oh, whoa, mind blown, right? And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Because if you have a radio station, you want to listen to your favorite radio station, what do? Say it's on 100 megahertz or whatever, you dial it to 100 megahertz, not 101, not 102, not 99.9, whatever. You dial it to that frequency so you can get the radio station and receive it clearly, right? But everything is energy, and everything we send out, the signals we are sending out, consciously or unconsciously, we attract more at that level. I was like, whoa, I got some work to do on that one, right? And I started working on myself. I paid attention to what signal am I sending out? Do I really want more of that? No. It's like, okay, what can I do to change within me that signal that I'm sending out? Right? And it's work. I'm telling you, it's not easy, but it is stupid simple. Once you know it, it really is stupid simple. It's just not easy. But it's so much fun. You can have so much fun with that. When you play around with it and you pay attention and you start noticing the things that are changing, you're like, whoa, why did I not do this sooner? It's like doink, right? So the biggest problem in your life is you. That's the bad news. The good news is you are also the greatest solution to your problems because you have the power to change everything. You have the power to change the way you think. You have the power to change the frequency you send out. The power is all within you. You have that power. That's huge, isn't it? Think about that. You are one of the most powerful beings on this earth, on this planet, on this galaxy, in the universe, and everywhere, right? Because you can change thinking, your habits, your beliefs. It takes a little time. It takes effort. Ew, effort. Ugh. But it's worth it. It is so worth it. How do I know? I'm living proof, guys. I am living proof. From where I came from to where I am now, and to I know where I'm going, right? But it has to do with your heart. It has to do with your mindset. What signal are you sending out? That's the question. But again, yes, you are your biggest problem. And yes, you also are your solution. So that was it for today. Hope that was helpful. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Same place, not same time, but same place. Y'all have a good one. Bye.